And as for Trump blaming Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, well, said, quote, Trump knows exactly who is responsible for this attack and knows that other states were hit too. This is what modern warfare looks like, and it further illustrates there's no plan to win a war with Iran. Joining me now is Congressman Seth Moulton of Massachusetts, a retired U.S. Marine and a member of the House Armed Services Committee. He's also a candidate in the Democratic primary for the United States Senate in Massachusetts. Welcome, sir. It's good to see you. Do you agree that an Iranian cyber attack on us, on our infrastructure in, 7 of our states is an escalation of the war?
It is an escalation of the war. I mean, that's pretty obvious, as you've laid out. And just think for a minute. I mean, imagine if President Roosevelt had blamed Pearl Harbor on Hawaii. That's what Trump is doing. And it begs the question, why would a president who's so against Iran that he started a war with Iran that we didn't need, why would he now turn around and protect Iran? It's got to be that he's scared of these guys, that they're winning a war against him. And he's so scared, he's so desperate to get to the negotiating table to end this war that he would actually blame America for an Iranian cyber attack. If that's not treasonous behavior from a president, I don't know what is.
Yeah, to be honest, in listening to the president in that moment in the clip, especially that we played, just to sort of pull that out like that, I think Minnesota is, okay, why would they do that? And did they do it to the 6 other states that were also hit? I mean, there's never anything logical that comes after the words, so you're just kind of stuck. You have been warning that the U.S. needs to focus more on cybersecurity. You've been doing that for years now. How predictable is it that Iran has this capability and that this is something that does escalate us and takes us to another level?
I mean, it's incredibly predictable. We've been predicting this for years, and we've been saying that the government needs to be prepared for this. Obviously, Trump is not. He started a war that he didn't need to start, and he's so clueless. I mean, look, we're dealing with an 80-year-old senile man who's completely out of control of this war, completely out of control of himself. And it's not apparent that he even really understands what's going on. It's not apparent that he even understands what Iran can do and the fact that they can reach us with cyber attacks. As you astutely pointed out earlier, they can't actually reach us with their ballistic missiles. That was one of the false things Trump said to justify starting this incredibly dumb war. They can reach us through the internet. There are things they can do to hurt us. So the fact that Trump would start a war that's completely backfired without providing the protections against the things that Iran can actually do to hurt us. I mean, the other thing, by the way, that Iran can do to hurt us is try to assassinate officials. And what has Trump done? Repeatedly removed protection from officials or former officials that we know are being targeted by Iran. I mean, this guy's playing for the enemy. He is playing for Iran, and he's giving Iran a win every step of the way.
And so that makes it even more important that we learned yesterday, you and about a dozen of your colleagues, other Democratic lawmakers, have announced that you're opening an investigation into our military's internal review of Iranian drone strikes that killed 6 U.S. service members earlier this year. Can you help us understand what you're investigating there and what you're seeking to find?
Well, in many ways, it's the same theme. It's the president started this war on his own timeline. It was a war that he was not forced to do. He decided to start this war with Netanyahu, and that meant that he could choose the time and place that it went down. But he clearly was not prepared, because we're getting increased reports from the troops themselves that they knew they were under threat and they did not adequately prepare for those attacks. And as a result, a number of troops were killed, a lot more were wounded, and now there are reports coming out that they weren't even getting adequate medical care. So of course, sitting on the House Armed Services Committee, sitting on the Senate Armed Services Committee, as Elizabeth Warren does in the Senate, we're going to investigate this. But here's the key point, is that regardless of what the investigation reveals, and I think it will reveal gross negligence on the part of the administration, but regardless of what it reveals, the simple fact that the troops are reporting this means that the troops do not trust their commander-in-chief.
Yes.
The troops do not trust their command. And having led troops in combat myself, there were two things that they always wanted to know. One was, why are we risking our lives for this? Well, nobody in America can answer that question, let alone the administration. And the second was, if we get hurt, will you take care of us? Will you get us out of here? Well, they clearly don't trust Trump to do so.
Those words, folks. Congressman, thank you so much. Really appreciate you, man.
Good to see you.
Coming up,